everyone, Tina Spalding, Trance Channel here. I'm down in my basement. That is hiding things, just in case you're wondering what that's doing. We're on lesson number 53. Today we will review the following. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. Since the thoughts of which I am aware do not mean anything, the world that pictures them can have no meaning. What is producing this world is insane, and so is what it produces. Reality is not insane, and I have real thoughts as well as insane ones. I can therefore see a real world if I look to my real thoughts as my guide for seeing. Number 2, I am upset because I see a meaningless world. Insane thoughts are upsetting. They produce a world in which there is no order anywhere. Only chaos rules a world that represents chaotic thinking, and chaos has no laws. I cannot live in peace in such a world. I am grateful that this world is not real, and that I need not see it at all unless I choose to value it. And I do not choose to value what is totally insane and has no meaning. Number 3, a meaningless world engenders fear. The totally insane engenders fear because it is completely undependable and offers no grounds for trust. Nothing in madness is dependable. It holds out no safety and no hope, but such a world is not real. I have given it the illusion of reality and have suffered from my belief in it. Now I choose to withdraw this belief and place my trust in reality. In choosing this, I will escape all the effects of the world of fear, because I am acknowledging that it does not exist. Number 4, God did not create a meaningless world. How can a meaningless world exist if God did not create it? He is the source of all meaning, and everything that is real is in his mind. It is in my mind too, because he created it with me. Why should I continue to suffer from the effects of my own insane thoughts when the perfection of creation is my home? Let me remember the power of my decision and recognize where I really abide. And number 5, my thoughts are images that I have made. Whatever I see reflects my thoughts. It is my thoughts that tell me where I am and what I am. The fact that I can see a world in which there is suffering and loss and death shows me that I am seeing only the representation of my insane thoughts. And I am not allowing my real thoughts to cast their beneficent light on what I see. Yet God's way is sure. The images I have made cannot prevail against him, because it is not my will that they do so. My will is his, and I will place no other gods before him. So that is lesson number 53, reviewing those previous lessons. So let's see what Jesus has to say today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And of course, these reviews can cause a little perplexing energy in the mind because they are less structured. They are asking you to review them at your own pace, with your own emphasis and with your own frequency. So you are being given a little leeway here in which to practice. But you have been shown in the previous lessons the kinds of practice periods that are going to benefit you. So this is what we would like you to use as your model for doing these lessons. You can pick a time at the beginning of the day when you first wake up. You can pick a time in the middle of the day and early evening and perhaps before you go to bed. And you can choose some of these lessons to repeat throughout the day. If you are panicking about when and how to do these lessons, we want you to think logically. Just as when our dear one here makes a mistake, there has been a little flutter of upset around her not having the exact lesson on the exact day. And we would like those of you that this is confusing and upsetting to take a look at how little the ego requires before it is in a flutter. Clearly, if she is doing lesson 47 and it happens to be on day 46 or 48, It does not matter. Did you do lesson 46? Then the next lesson is number 47. Do not worry about the date. Do not worry about what anybody else is doing. A Course in Miracles is a self-study group. It is a self-study practice. That means that there may come a day where you have hurt yourself and you end up going to hospital and you come home and it is 3 or 4 days before you have completed your lesson. Do you panic? Do you worry what the other 3,000 people around the world are doing? No. If your last lesson was number 46, go to lesson number 47. You are not all going to be able to stay on the correct day throughout the year. We guarantee that. Life interferes with things. Your mood interferes with things. The ego interferes with things. So those of you that are belaboring where our dear one is on the calendar, do stop. It doesn't help anybody. That is our little lesson for today for you all. Do not belabor the date, the day. Just know that if you are on your lesson for today, that is all that counts. Pay attention to your own practice. Do not pay attention to anyone else's practice. This being is having a challenging time doing all these lessons. There are technical difficulties, there are weather difficulties, there are Wi-Fi difficulties, there are time zone difficulties, there are discipline difficulties. And so it is important for you to be forgiving of any shifts and changes that happen in the schedule of her posting these lessons. It is a miracle indeed that this being is willing to do this on a daily basis for all of you. So please be grateful for that and do not nitpick at any small errors that will occur. Likely many small errors will occur over the year, and it is your job to let them go and focus on your practice. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and it is important that you practice forgiveness in these kinds of small bumps in the road. A mind dedicated to finding fault can ruin the day. We will speak to you again tomorrow. All right. No comment. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.